Right, tonight's offering is a Skoda Fabia 1.9 VRS. For those in the know, these were made in diesel only at this stage. They're a clever little car. Got the ever reliable 1.9 PDI diesel engine in it with a 6-speed gearbox, manual in this case. It has got, well, you can see the thickness of the service books in there, which we'll go through once I've had a walk around the car. Wouldn't normally bother with a car of this age, but it's been so well looked after, I suppose, really, and just deserves to be given another lease of life. We've had the wheels off and had them refurbed. They were in silver. We've done them in the Audi grey, so similar to what the late Audi stuff has in, which looks quite nice on the against the silver. New badges and emblems we've put on all round. There are some blemishes around the paintwork, but the car basically is in decent order. There's some stone chipping on the bonnet. We've had the paint shop just spend a couple £100 doing some of the obvious bits that just detract from the car, and the dent man's been round it, but you know, she looks good for a 2006 plate car. Yeah, she's okay. It's got a roof in it. There is something wrong with the mechanism. Getting hold of parts for it and the effort involved in doing it. I probably won't bother unless someone really insists I have to do it. But I suspect they're probably similar to Golf or Polo. But they're not available from our normal parts supplier. And it sounds like the drive that pulls it around is probably giving up the ghost. But the usefulness of a glass roof when you've got aircon in the car, I'm not quite sure really. Just a bit overkill really. It's got rear parking sensors and the high level light and spoiler on there. We've got a set of black diamond brakes to go on it, which, if anyone knows of the brand, they're a fast road pad and a slide and drilled set of discs to go on the front and rear. The brakes on it aren't too well, they've seen better days really, so we'd probably change them in service anyway. So as we're changing them, I thought we'll put a stage 1 remap on it and then just give it a little bit more stopping power with the black diamond stuff. That definitely makes a big difference on some of the bigger stuff I put it on. On the side we've got the light trim. It was a bit grubby when we started, and our Nick, bless him, has spent some considerable time getting the car back up, and Bill's come today and just give it a valet through. So it's looking as good as ever going to look now, which is pretty good. The trim itself has no rips or tears. There's the odd blemish, but you'd have to look quite hard to see that. It gets the VR logos in the backs of the seats, which is quite neat. And the door shuts. A similar theme going through. Manual windows to the back. Seats will fold down, give you a load through. They're a quick little car for what they are. This one's had a quaif diff put in it, so I'm imagining there's going to be a limited slip diff. There's a £500 bill for that being put in by one of the 4 owners the car's had. She's on 141, which considering her age is probably low mileage now. I mean, the engines are notorious for, we've seen them with 500,000 miles on. Absolutely astonishing PD engine. I haven't got time to go through all the history, and if you're so inclined, I'm sure one or two of you may well come and have a proper look through. We've seen the car a number of times through its lifetime, but I'll just briefly have a flick through so you can get some idea of the extent. There's some MOT stuff there. There's Caff and Skoda at I think they're in Wales somewhere. That's a 20k service. All the old MOTs are with it. There's point of sale change. There's some more service work. Main dealer. 54,000 on that one. Demon tweaks. Yeah, that's the differential. that they're putting it. There's a bill there, well, 600 quid is it? And we've seen it, there's a few in here from us as well, I think. Quit for tyres and that sort of thing. Nice to see the documentation kept. I mean, some people don't really worry too much, but that's Skoda main dealer, 2016. See the mileage on there. She's done 100 there, 101. So the last, well, I think the last owner was still taken to the main dealer, 111 there. A1 gearboxes. So it's had a gearbox. Oh, no, they fit the diff. They've done the gearbox and put the diff in by the look of it, and a clutch while they're at it. That's 2017. There's no given mileage. Can't see a mileage on there, but that's a 1200 quid bill. And goes on. And there's some of ours. We've seen it in 119. That's the registration date. Where's the 2018? We saw it. Some of the later logos, so we've seen it again recently. Car actually came in to have a wheel bearing done, which I did, and we got chatting about the car, and I tried to resist, but I knew the car would clean up into a nice little unit that there's going to be also hopefully a little bit of a following for. There's a battery on there as well, so plenty of background to it. We got it up for $39.95. I think it's going to make that and some all day long, really. Drives very well. The stage one makes it quite interesting to drive. It's, you know, it's there when you need it, but passive when you're not. So yeah, good little unit for a, you know, for a little bit of money, really.